Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And welcome back, everybody. Doesn't matter how old you are, and we're all getting older, let's be honest. You still want to look a certain way. You still want to have a certain feeling of confidence, project a certain way. We're going to talk with a group today. It's part of a center for ageless living in New Mexico, where they do wonderful things. And I'm learning more and more. I mean, I was blown away by the bistro they have there and that they grow their own vegetables and produce. And then I find out that they do so much more in terms of aesthetics and energy healing and all of that. So yes, it is the Center for Ageless Living. And we're going to start with Nicole from the center and her team. How are you doing today?
Hi, we're doing good. How about yourself?
Really good, really good. Lots to talk about here. Introduce your team. Who do you have with you?
Well, here I have one of our cosmetologists at the Garden Gate Day Spa and Salon. It's you, Lisa. And I also do have over to my right, Joanna Angel. She is an esthetician as well as an energy work with Reiki. Hi.
Welcome. So I'm going to put the cosmetic aside for just a moment. And I want to focus on the energy healing with you, Lisa.
With Joanne.
I'm sorry?
Joanne.
That's Joanne. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Lisa on the other side. The Reiki thing, Joanne, I had no idea until a second ago that you guys do energy healing. Tell us about that. And for anybody that doesn't know what Reiki is, let's start fresh there.
Yeah, so here at the center, we're all about mind, body, spirit, beauty, aging, and it really is just incorporating it all. And so, of course, you could come and beautify yourself, and we love to do that. But the energy healing, we carry so much, and it's such a blessing to help people just kind of ground and center and come back to a state of balance. And when we're in a state of balance, that's what allows the body to heal. And we can calm the nervous system. We have so many, from the music, the smells, all of it. And it's just a matter of checking in, remembering to breathe, calming. And then we have tuning forks. I go through the energy centers, find any blockages, and kind of move those through. And it really has been such a beautiful treatment, which can also help keep you young, keep you feeling good, keeping you in a good state of mind, and accepting and embracing those changes as they come.
I'm 90 and I do energy healing.
Yeah.
No, I don't look 90. That honestly and truly in my journey, and I'm going to say it was about 4 years ago, was a game changer for me. And it's not that I wasn't aware of it or believed in it. I worked with some of the top psychics, energy people on the planet, and was aware of it, but never really used it myself until about 4 years ago. And oh my gosh, I mean, it just, is it safe to say that we all of us have things that we need to heal from energetically?
Absolutely. Just kind of like, we go to the restroom to eliminate waste. We hold on to our emotions. We hold on to everything, and not even just our own, but others, and especially, just through heavy things, through sickness, illness, aging, losing a loved one. And we hold on to that. And sometimes we don't know how to release or how to let go. And we stay with that, and that will age us even quicker. Because we're holding on to the stress and to the heaviness, and we don't know how to let go. So kind of having someone guide you through it, bringing you back to your breath and moving through those blockages, through that heaviness, you literally feel like a new person after just one treatment. And it's such a beautiful thing because frequency isn't a language. And I've worked with people who didn't even speak English, someone from France or someone from Venezuela. And it doesn't matter the language that we speak, because you can feel the energy, just like you can kind of feel when someone enters a room, or you can feel when, someone leaves or someone's looking at you. And to really hone in on that, it's not just woo-woo, it really is a physical, scientific thing, because we are energy.
Yeah, some dude, Einstein, like way back in the day, started talking about it. Nobody really paid attention. But yeah, to your point, have you ever gone to a party and you walk in and it just, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I think I might come up with an excuse and get out of here. Or the reverse of that, you walk in, it's like, wow, this is a really good vibe. Like this is good. I'm glad I came here. It's the energy in the room, collective energy in the room. What do people tell you, Joanne, after a Reiki session?
They're like, so I guide them through it and then I kind of bring them back to the room. You know, I tell them, wiggle your fingers, flutter your eyes. And when you're ready, you know, come back. And usually the first expression is like, whoa, or wow, you know,
Yeah.
because it does take you somewhere, you know, and we're kind of in the ethers a little bit. And, you know, I take it a little step further and invite angels and healing and, you know, just really get into it so that they can feel safe and they know, you know, even if it's their first time, they might be uncomfortable with the idea, but just guiding them through it. And it really is a beautiful reaction to kind of feel like, oh, I feel so much lighter or I
Yeah.
feel so much centered. And maybe the same thing that the issue was when they came in, isn't so heavy. Yep.
Lighter is my description for it.
Mhm.
Most times, and then there's been times where I got clarity. It was like the weirdest thing. The next day, it was almost as if, you know, when you get a full night of sleep and you're like energized and ready to go. I didn't do anything different except Reiki on a Sunday, and now that was Monday. And, you know, personal situations, I saw them very differently and was able to really work on them for a positive outcome. And I know it definitely came from the Reiki. Nicole, not a lot of places do this, you know, centers that support those who are aging. Energy healing. Why did you guys decide to do that there?
Well, just like Joanne mentioned, energy is part of human life. We are energy in our bodies. And, with with the alternative options of something healing when COVID came through, we really
Mhm.
needed something that was no hands. And what is better way to offer a service with no hands than Reiki?
Yeah.
It's literally energy touch. There's service times I've had services with Joanne where she literally does not touch you. She's really feeling the energy that's coming off of you and figuring out how to guide you through removing that energy. And, when the COVID came through and people were still looking for ways to be healthy and figure out how to improve their wellness, energy was this is what we need to do. So we also brought in a vibroacoustic sound therapy table, which in a way kind of does the energy work in its own way. It's a waterbed table that then sends vibrations through it as you sit and listen to deep, relaxing music. And you kind of just sit there, you go to sleep, you have a choice between a 15 or a 30-minute regimen. And it really does a similar option to what Joanne does. And it actually can enhance her services as well, giving that music presence to it because it's also inviting in that inviting energy that's actually releasing the negative energy out of there. So I really tell a lot of our clients when they go into those vibroacoustic sound therapies and even a Reiki session with Joanne is don't have expectations as to what to expect after that service is done, because if you hold yourself to an expectation, then you don't hit that, then you don't have oh, that was amazing. If you allow your body to just experience it as normal, then it allows you to open up to so much more healing than you thought was available.
My only expectation is to fall asleep, which usually happens because it's so relaxing. And to your
Exactly.
point about this thing called energy and no touch, most of the sessions I've ever had were virtual.
Yeah.
Mm.
Virtual. And I didn't even talk to the practitioner. It was a text. She said, I'm going to start at 8 o'clock. I'll send you a text when I'm done, like, 8:45, 8:50, whatever. Get in a comfortable spot, which I did. And I could, I swear I felt something from my head to my feet and back up. And I want to, I want to factor out that maybe I'm thinking that she's doing something and that's why I'm feeling it. But I don't think that was it. I really think I truly was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for anybody that thinks this is woo woo, I get it. I did to a point before I dove into it.
Mhm.
My wake up to this all was, and this is one of the first sessions I ever had. She sent me a text after we were done, and she said to me, I got to share this with you. I don't know what's going on. During the session, I saw you taking me on a little boat through like reeds and weeds, and we're looking at a little sea life. She goes, I don't know what that is, but I figured I'd share it with you. It's so random. I kayak in the reeds and weeds,
Oh,
and I go in salt water because I like to look at the sea life, and that's my Zen spot. And
Mm.
she didn't go on Facebook. It's not there. You're not going to see it. Somehow she identified it and pulled it out. And for me, that was, aside from feeling lighter and better, that was my confirmation. This stuff's real. This stuff's real. Super cool.
it's beautiful. I was sharing with Nicole as well. Sometimes when I'm in these sessions, like I will have a vision or I'll see something and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And at first I was kind of nervous to share that with the client because I'm like, they're going to think I'm weird or they're going to
Yeah.
like, what? I see a school of fish. What does that have to do? And it was with a teacher, you know, and it's just so many beautiful things. So I love that you touched on that because it's things sometimes that our natural mind can't explain, you know, but when we tap into that field and we tap into that energy, it really is a beautiful thing. And that, you know, takes you on a journey. So
Yeah. And what we're talking about here is energy. We're going to get to the cosmetic part in a second, but the energy is a vibration, and so is music. So when you talk about the table, it's vibrating. When you put music on, it's vibrating. Let's go right to the basics. Why do you listen to music? There's a reason you do, to feel a certain way, to feel happy, to feel sad, to feel nostalgic, to whatever it might be. What's going on? It's a vibration coming out of your headphones, buds, or speakers, and achieves a result. That's what all this is. It's a vibration. It's all. Yep. Super cool.
It's just the frequency in the airs.
Yeah. And then, we go into sound healing. People hit sound bowls and tuning forks. You mentioned before. What is that? That's a vibration type of music. I'll never forget the first time I ever heard a sound bowl. And I'm like, what is that? What are the people playing those bowls? Whatever. A friend took me to a meditation, and to start the meditation, somebody hit the sound bowl, and there was just one hit, just like signify the start. I felt like a hurricane went through me. It was like boom. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? And that was
your body.
Yes, it was amazing. But that was the start of where I was like, oh, vibration, music, healing. I get it all now. So at your center, that's the make you feel good. We also want to make you look good. Lisa, tell us about some of the stuff you do there.
Well, I'm a cosmetologist here at the center. I do everything from hair, skin, and nails. So we provide manicures, pedicures, waxing, facials, anything beauty you can imagine.
Wow. With that, you do hair color?
Yes, hair color, highlights, haircuts.
She's also providing the monthly services to the residents that are here living in the assisted living program.
So let's go there for a moment. So you have the assisted living program. Then can anybody just show up at the center and get these services?
Yes, the Garden Gate Day Spa is open to the public. So they are definitely able to come in and get services with you, Lisa, with Joanne, or any of our other providers. We have massage therapists available as well. And another cosmetologist on staff. So anyone from the public is able, and even our family members of those residents that live here in the assisted living actually have access, exclusive access, that they can come in at a no additional cost and just use the facilities, coming, relaxing in the outdoor heated pool. We actually have, again, talking about music, underwater music that helps to promote the relaxing atmosphere in the pool itself. So when Suzette built the facilities, she really was unique into and capture all of our 5 to 6 and 6 senses. I mean, there's so much that Suzette thought uniquely to put together the center, that I feel like there's every day something new I learn about why she established such program.
Amazing. Wow. I didn't even know. I mean, I was impressed that you have a bistro and you grow your own vegetables. Like that, to me, who does that? But even right down to the underwater music. Wow. Let's talk about the aging process. Yes, we go gray. Making that determination of should I cover it? Should I color it? What are your thoughts?
Well, when you do start seeing more gray, then you can't be doing touch-ups anymore. I would say just don't keep touching up, go lighter, but then start embracing your grays. Little by little, you can do highlighting, you can do gray blending. There's a lot of techniques. But that would be just until the point, yes, I know we have gray sometimes and we cover it, but once you see more gray than any natural color, that's when you should definitely stop, give yourself that love for the gray. And they start blending in beautifully, but if you don't want to transition so fast, once you do start doing highlights, that gives you an enhancement to let the gray kind of blend in with the color.
So I remember a few years ago, gray was a thing. You could be in your 30s. You could be a woman in your 30s and you change it up and go gray. Is it still trending now? Where are we at with that?
Yes, it is. It's called platinum blonde. So that's like that silverish tone that everyone wants. And that is highlighting your hair until the last level to give you that nice silver. But that's why I say when I see ladies covering their gray, I'm like, everyone is paying high dollar to have what you're having, and it comes out naturally. Just
Yeah.
let it be. But some of the ladies are not ready, and it's totally fine. They keep coming for their touch-ups, but they're regular. But it does come to a point where you're not able to go as often, so that's when you should really start looking into going and just gracefully aging.
Yep. And the cosmetology end of what you do, Joanne, tell us about that.
So I'm a skincare specialist. And so everything skin from the face, the body, and everywhere. And it's just, good skincare. Good skincare, exfoliating, moisturizing is my best recommendations always. And recognizing, yeah, sunscreen, recognizing as we age and we're noticing, oh, I didn't have this age spot or this wrinkle, or is that a laugh line, but really embracing and learning to love ourselves in every stage, because getting older and aging is a privilege not granted to everybody. And so when we can really reflect on that and be like, you know what? I'm beautiful as I age, my younger self, my older self, and learning the self-care, of course, coming into the spa and receiving the treatments are wonderful, but also being educated, we're able to, share with our clients at-home care and regimens to keep their best skin, no matter what age.
There's so many products out there. Yes, we know we should moisturize. What's your recommendation? We're not pitching anything here. Doesn't even have to be a brand name, but just a routine that you would suggest for somebody that's aging to keep their skin supple, moisturize, all of that.
Yeah, so the basic routine, a good cleanser, and then exfoliating at least once or twice a week is super important because it's gonna clear all, the dead skin and the stuff that we kind of just collect, the debris on our face, and the, good moisturizer. And like you said, there's tons of different products out there that we could kind of get lost in, but finding what works for you. And as long as we're doing that, and I think a lot of people skip the exfoliation or are maybe exfoliating too much, and then it sensitizes the skin and causes a whole other realm of issues. But when we're just doing, basic cleanse, if you wear makeup, taking the makeup off before bed, that's super important. And just loving yourself, because when you love yourself, it's going to show. It's going to show in our skin. It's going to be, just the happy endorphins, smiling, fake it till you make it, because that's going to release endorphins. And just really learning to love ourselves. And when you do that, you're going to have a glow from the inside out. So we really focus on building up our clients, not just their skin or their hair, but from the inside out, so that they are able to embrace the changes as they age gracefully.
You're thinking what I'm thinking. And if you didn't say it, I was going to say it. And I was even going to put the woo-woo warning up. Woo-woo, hold on. Because once you, and I walked this journey, once you embrace yourself and love yourself, Not many people can say that. Not many people can look in the mirror and say, I love you.
Mhm.
But once you accept yourself and like, yeah, I'm a good person, and you finally, with Reiki, energy healing, and all of that, when it comes to your age, then you embrace it. You're like, yeah, you know what? And I was there. I was like, yeah, yeah. Be afraid to tell people how old I am. I'm good with it now. It's like, yeah, you know what? I walked that. That's cool. And then I look at a lot of friends and people I graduated with, and they look a lot older. But it's from the inside out. I guess that's where we're going with that. And you
Yeah.
guys offer that there. That's which amazing.
Yep.
What are some other programs, Nicole, that maybe we haven't talked about? I know that Suzette, there's a lot of things that we dug into in terms of the bistro and the holistic life there. Any other programs that maybe we should share with everyone?
Well, the spa offers monthly memberships to our clients around the area that they can come in and really focus on that self-care. Part of our membership includes exercise and wellness classes, so they can commit to, staying active and making sure that they feel good in their bodies. And another options that we offer actually a complimentary use of the vibroacoustic sound tables, and we also have a salt cabin. So we've created a way to have the salt therapy really be part of that alternative wellness for those, especially here in, New Mexico. We are in the middle of the desert. Especially in our windy seasons, there's pollen flying around, there's dirt, there's just gross nastiness in the air. And to be able to go to an area where salt is just thrown into the air and it's beneficial for us because we don't have the sea, we don't have the oceans where we can just drive an hour away and be able to just go and relax and get that therapy and cleanse. It's a nice
Wow.
alternative that we have here in the middle of the desert, and we kind of consider it as, a seascape away in the desert, so that they can really offer those different programs to those members. They are definitely offered individually, so you don't have to be able to be a member to have access to those. You can come in and just pay as you go if you'd like to.
Wow. Had no idea. Thank you for sharing that. Salt cabin. You actually have like a salt generator in there that
Yeah,
generates
we
the
have a
salt?
hallow, it's called a hallow generator, and it grinds up the medical base salts and it throws it into the air through the generator. And we built an actual cabin, a wood cabin, in our secret garden, and it can hold up to about 3, maybe 4 people. And it's a really nice way for you to even just gather your girlfriends, you sit down in the cabin, you relax with blankets, you're sitting on just a nice recliner, and you're just breathing in the air and enjoying yourselves with your girlfriends. And you sit there for 30 minutes and you don't feel like nothing's really happening, but you're really getting the benefit of that salt. And being able, if you struggle from just allergies, asthma, it's a really actually good for skin. It's a cleanser in its own property way. So salt, we're learning, is so much more beneficial than we recognize, just like energy.
Yeah.
There's so much that the Mother Nature has just given us that we are really taking part of that and really spotlighting those services to our guests.
Amazing. I'm booking a flight. I'm there. Like
Don't push it down.
that's crazy. And I'm like 45 minutes away from the Hamptons, and there
Yep.
is a hotel that everybody goes to. It's like the end of Long Island. It's been there forever. They don't have a soul cabin cave, anything like that.
It's 'cause
Like,
you're right.
wow. Just like you got it all. And they don't grow their own vegetables. I don't even know where the vegetables come from. Are they organic? I don't even know. Amazing. Tell everybody, Joanne, what is the website? Somebody wants to learn more. How do we find you guys?
We are at gardengatespa.com, and on our website, it's going to give you links to everything that we do, our classes, our services, our center. And we also love to give tours, so if you are ever in the area and, come check it out. We have amazing spa attendants that, love the spa as much as we do, and they'll give you a little guide. And every time somebody comes here, they're like, whoa, I didn't even know this place was here, this existed, because it's always growing. And Suzette is amazing. She's a visionary, and just adding, you know, bringing in who fits perfectly and who could just add to the community and, you know, embrace the elders and their families, and incorporating it not just here in the center, but in our community has been such a beautiful thing. Yep.
One thing I've learned in these conversations with Suzette and you three, you got a lot going on there. It's fantastic. But most importantly, it's you.
Yeah.
It's your energy, your passion, dedication to helping people, healing them. It starts there, and I can feel it. I can feel the energy coming from you, all three of you. Thank you so much for being here today, Nicole, Yulisa, and Joanne. Really appreciate all the insight. Really do.
No, thank you.
so
We
much.
appreciate you having us.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.